That night, Dr. Evelyn Reid woke up from a bright light. There were unfamiliar people in the house, noise, commotion, something had happened, and then she realized it was the very thing she had already seen in a dream a few nights before. She knew, but hadn't believed it. Many of us think dreams are just imagination, but what if some are warnings, signs, a voice from the future whispering, "Be ready"? Once, Dr. Evelyn Reid saw her father in a dream. He was standing in the hallway in old clothes, and behind him, everything was collapsing into fire. In the morning, he was arrested. She never saw him alive again. What if your brain already knows what will happen to you, but you just don't want to hear it? This isn't about mysticism. It's about facts that a world-renowned academic tried to convey. Dr. Evelyn Reid grew up to become one of the most respected female scientists, an academician, director of the Brain Institute, a person who dedicated her entire life to studying the most incomprehensible organ, the human brain. But the deeper she delved into science, the more often she encountered things beyond its scope. She observed phenomena that couldn't be explained by formulas or instruments, people seeing without eyes, children perceiving images with their faces covered, dreams that came true, all under strict scientific observation. Dr. Reid wasn't looking for miracles. She simply couldn't ignore them. The most incredible part started when science stopped providing answers. Shocking experiments shattered conventional notions. One story involved a girl who lost her sight at age 8. Without eyes, under controlled conditions, she began recognizing colors and reading labels. Another girl, Emily, face covered by a dense mask, accurately named symbols on a screen she couldn't possibly see. How? Dr. Reid spoke of alternative vision, the brain perceiving the world through skin or other unknown pathways, facts science couldn't explain. If a child can see without eyes, how much do we underestimate our own brain's potential? Dr. Evelyn Reid knew the brain is a mystery. She observed cases where people started seeing not with eyes, but with skin palms, cheeks, even the back of their heads, all documented. When one sensor is disabled, the brain reroutes information. Perhaps eyes are just one way to access reality. How many dormant ways of perception do we possess? She recalled figures like Cassandra, seeing internal images, or Helen Carter reading blindfolded. Fiction, or hidden abilities in us all? Now imagine, if the brain can see without eyes, can it peer into tomorrow? Dr. Evelyn Reid's dreams came true. The first at age 9, her father, not in his suit, but shabby clothes. He stood in a corridor, the floor collapsing beneath him into an abyss, a blinding light. In the morning he was arrested. She never saw him again. Later, her mother was recovering in a sanatorium. Letters were hopeful. Then a dream. Dr. Reid traveling to a funeral, commotion, official papers. Her husband dissuaded her from visiting. 10 days later, a telegram. Everything, exactly as in the dream. Too late. Coincidence? It happened again. A dream of her deceased husband by the window with an unpublished manuscript. She woke, found papers she didn't know existed. Every dream held meaning, a warning. Dr. Reid reached a frightening conclusion. The brain processes information so deeply it can assemble a puzzle of the future in dreams, showing one version. If we don't listen, it may come true. The brain doesn't just fantasize, it calculates probabilities, analyzing thousands of tiny signals. It warns, but who listens? Then, something that frightened Dr. Reid herself, the out-of-body experience. She received hundreds of letters from people clinically dead who rose above their bodies, saw their resuscitation, heard conversations accurately, even events in other rooms. Not hallucinations. Some experienced this in meditation or dreams, describing distant events later confirmed by witnesses. Dr. Reid admitted science couldn't explain it. Something seems to separate from the body, an unexplored brain ability or something else. Perhaps the brain doesn't just control the body. Perhaps consciousness can leave it. But the most chilling moment, seeing her dead husband alive, a quiet evening. Dr. Evelyn Reid was home with her secretary, Susan. She went to the window. Snow, silence. She pushed back the curtain and froze. In the yard on the snow stood a man looking straight at her. It was Jonathan Miller, her late husband. Her heart stopped. It couldn't be. She ran to Susan. "Come to the window. Look who's there." Susan looked out, turned pale. Dr. Reid, it's Jonathan Miller. He's walking towards the garage with his characteristic gait. Not a dream, not a hallucination. Two women saw the exact same thing. Dr. Reid tried to rationalize stress, grief, but Susan, she had no reason to see the same thing, yet they both did. Dr. Reid sought treatment, even saw a priest. While she was away, Susan removed his portrait. Evelyn felt lighter. Later she wrote, "I knew no one would believe, but it was my duty to tell the truth." Are we capable of understanding the truth? After decades, Dr. Reid concluded the brain doesn't just perceive reality, it predicts it. Perhaps the future already exists, and the brain is an antenna picking up signals when we're vulnerable. What truly frightened her? What if we are not masters of our destiny? What if it's predetermined, and free will is an illusion to keep us sane? She couldn't prove or disprove it. And the scariest part, we ignore signals that could change outcomes. We forget dreams, dismiss intuition. But if you knew a dream was the last chance to fix everything, would you remember it? Dr. Evelyn Reid left us with these profound questions and the weight of experiences science could not yet explain, reminding us of the vast unexplored territory within our own minds.